happy with how day 2 went today. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, great effort again. Thought we had really tremendous just overall effort. Coupled with this morning's walkthrough, I told those guys this morning I thought it was the best that we've ever been, just as far as attention to detail in that setting. You know, that's a real instructional walkthrough, hands-on type of educational period. And sometimes guys are, you know, they have a tendency to look off in the stands or check out the new building or something. But had excellent attention to detail. Really good period. A lot of the young guys. Again, I thought there's a lot of mature guys in that group. That got some really productive walkthrough work in, and when you can do that and really take advantage of that setting, that can really just advance the whole team. And then this afternoon, I thought our effort was outstanding. Ton of mistakes, ton of stuff that we can clean up, ton of balls, you know, that we want either caught or just different things like that. But overall effort was outstanding.
Mark, a lot of the guys yesterday, when asked about differences between you and Chip, and I know we're kind of beating that.
Really?
A lot. Talked about you just being much more approachable and a lot easier to talk to than maybe Chip was. How much is that important to you in terms of building relationships, especially with some of the guys that you may not have worked with much before?
I don't know. I mean, that part of it is extremely important to me. That's always been my nature in terms of you know, we want the best outcome for these guys, and I think the best way to do that is to have a relationship with them, and that's not good, bad, or indifferent. There's been a ton of coaches that have different ways about them, and I'm not saying that that's, you know, true about the differences even, but I think we've got a lot of great guys on this team and a lot of young guys that are growing up into men, and when they know that you care and you know that they care, everybody wins.
You talked about mature freshmen. Any of them stand out in your mind?
A bunch of them. There were so many guys out there. When these guys are out there for the first time, it's comical. You know, they have no idea what's going on. And during the summer, they think they're working hard, and they are. But then you've got 4 different drills going on. It's something faster than they've ever done before, and they're just trying to figure out where to be, let alone what to do, and then to execute it. And so the effort has been outstanding. And those guys, I think, they're learning really well. Both tailbacks have picked things up really well. Both the receivers have done really well. I think in general the offensive line guys have done really well. That's one of the hardest spots, especially when you're not in pads, to really show up. So pleased with those guys overall defensively as well. I think there's a lot of really good solid learning, and you can tell that they've been coached by our guys in the summer, and that says a lot about those guys too.
Coach, early in the fall like this, do the freshmen slow you down a little bit the first few days, or do they have to sink or swim?
They can't. Yeah, they can't, and that's what you don't want to have happen, and that's what you have to fight through. And it's the occasional errant snap or the just completely blown assignment when there's, you know, maybe 3 guys in the backfield on offense or a busted coverage on defense that you know exactly why it happened, but you have to forge through that stuff, and that's, you know, our philosophy for if it's a touchdown or if it's a pick 6 the other way, play the next play. It doesn't matter, good, bad, or indifferent. And I think that mentality is starting to be forged right now.
Mark, what's your style when there are mistakes? Are you more of a nurturer, or are you a disciplinarian?
Depends. You know, it depends on the person you're dealing with, and certainly right now in this type of thing, we're preaching our deal. You know, we're going to take care of the ball. We're going to run, and different guys require different motivation. Sure.
What stands out so far most? I know it's only been 2 days, but you talked about the freshmen in terms of Thomas Tyner. What stands out most about him?
About him?
Yeah.
He's fast. You know, he's got good natural vision. You know, a tailback in no padded drills. That's kind of like, you know, a Ferrari in a 25-mile-per-hour speed limit. You know, you can't see anything or really prove anything until you get him going. But just him and he and Kenai have both done a nice job of just learning, and that's important.
Are you almost happy to see the mistakes so you can kind of teach these kids now instead of maybe later on? Do you feel like it's the effort that they're putting out?
Absolutely. We talk about make 1,000 mistakes and make 1,000 different ones, and we encourage mistakes, and then we encourage different ones and more. And I think our guys, again, our effort is outstanding, and that's something that, you know, very little do we have to truly coach that. We have to get guys running on and off the field every once in a while, but our effort has been great. And you know, across the country, I'm sure the first 2 practices, you should have really great effort.
Some of the guys have mentioned a sense of a different feeling going into this camp. For whatever reason that may be. Obviously.
Was it good?
Yeah. No, they said it was a completely good feeling. I wondered if you sensed that.
I don't know. I love this time of year. I mean, this time of year it's. I think we were talking about this the other day of just you're seeing a lot of things for the first time. Seeing guys that have developed over the summer. Seeing guys that just grew up maturity-wise, and then obviously your senior freshman for the very first time. So it's always exciting. You know, there's always a couple really positive surprises. There's always a couple of guys that are going to have to redshirt, and they think that's the end of the world, and it's certainly not. And you coach them through it.